It's going to be an IPO rush on D Street very soon. So if you're an investor who always looks to invest in IPOs for listing gains or to get an early entry, there are huge opportunities coming in the stock markets for you. Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra, and in this video, I will tell you all those IPOs that are coming in upcoming 2 months that you need to keep on your radar. So more than 24 companies are expected to go public over the next 2 to 3 months, aiming to raise more than 30,000 odd crore rupees via the new or fresh issues. Remember, investor hopes have already been renewed with the Modi government returning for the third term, indicating a stable governance as well as a policy continuity. Already, we've seen online travel platform ixigo's IPO, which was the first since the general elections that got fully subscribed within hours of opening on Monday and many times over thereafter due to huge demand across the board, especially from the retail investors as well. Now, beyond this, buoyed by the return of the Modi government, the markets are strongly expecting policy continuing with an emphasis on infrastructure spending, domestic manufacturing to support robust economic growth. As a result, several companies are now planning to launch their IPOs in this near term. And also amid the strong domestic inflows that are continuing and the retail, kind of money that is pouring into the stock markets as well. Already, so far in 2024, about 30 companies have already raised 27,780 crore rupees via IPOs. Now, about 18 more companies have got approval from SEBI to launch their initial public offerings or IPOs, collectively raising about 20,000 odd crore rupees. And this is as per the primedatabase.com data that we have got. Another 37 companies have already filed their draft red herring prospectus or DRHP with the market regulator to raise another 50,000 odd crore rupees and are now awaiting SEBI's approval as well. Now remember, among these companies, which are the ones that I'm looking at? India's third largest Indian-made foreign liquor or IMFL producer, Allied Blenders and Distillers, is now planning to enter the capital market in the second half of this month, which with an aim to raise about 1,500 crore rupees as well. So the liquor space is going to be in focus, and so is this new entrant as well. Another company that you should watch out for, Shark Tank fame Namita Thapar's company, generic drug maker Emcure Pharmaceuticals, is now planning a 2,200-2,300 crore rupees IPO by this month end, having got SEBI approval earlier this week. The other one that you need to keep an eye out on is Ola Electric. Just yesterday, that SEBI has approved Ola Electric's IPO of 7,250 odd crore rupees, and this will be the first ever Indian electric vehicle two-wheeler maker to file for an IPO as well. So keep an eye out on this company as well. Along with this, Shapoorji Pallonji Group's flagship infrastructure, engineering and construction company, Afcons Infrastructure, is likely to launch its maiden public issue next month to raise about 7,000 odd crore rupees. The company had filed its draft papers in March and is now currently awaiting its SEBI approval. The other one that I'm keeping an eye out on is photovoltaic or PV solar panel maker Vari Energies, which is likely to go public in a few weeks with a fresh issue worth about 3,000 odd crore rupees and an offer for sale of 3.2 million shares from the existing investors as well. Apart from this, Premier Energies is another one that I'm looking at. This is India's second largest integrated solar cell and solar module maker, which will be looking to roll out its public issue very soon, comprising of a fresh issue of 1,500 crores and offer for sale of about 28.2 million shares. The other one that all of us will be keenly watching out for is Bajaj Housing Finance Limited or BHFL, the arm of Bajaj Finance, which has already submitted its draft red herring prospectus with SEBI to raise funds via public market. The company is aiming to raise about 7,000 odd crore rupees via the initial share sale as well. So those are the key companies. Some of the details are already mentioned or around in the markets, but final details are still expected from these companies. Apart from these IPOs, there are several others that are lined up. So Afcons Infrastructure, Ashirwad Microfinance, Stanley Lifestyles, Shiva Pharma Chem, Bansal Wire Industries, One MobiQuick Systems and CJDARCL Logistics are also among the other companies that are likely to launch their IPOs in the next 2 to 3 months. So keep an eye and keep your seatbelts tightened because the IPO rush has just begun on D Street.